wrong evidence. I was joking, guys. I was joking. Right, okay, here's
It was
the
an
actual...
ironic presentation, Your
the
Honor.
actual, real evidence this time, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Look at this. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Wrong, edgy boy. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Oh, duh!
Slams desk.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Okay, now...
Yeah, now.
I'm sorry. Well,
I
Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe.
Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Boom. Look at this photograph. Yay.
What is this?
A picture.
Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
That too.
Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright,
Yes, I didn't do anything wrong.
what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgy Boy, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photograph? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying...
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Slime's desk. Has happened again!
Mr. Wright, continue.
Honored, Your Honor. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. How poetic. 5 years ago!
5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Yeah. Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? Hi, Shaggy! Welcome back! And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I said welcome back 3 times and my mic picked it up 0 times.
Oh, I was wondering why you were so quiet. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of 15 minutes? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, and then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Not if you were to do it alone.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She couldn't do it. I bet she could move it. She had another way.
Which,
She had
yeah,
another
they could
way.
move it with the car.
What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own
Okay,
hands?
yeah, that was the right one.
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. Slime's desk. And there was a way for you to carry the body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van.
The van, the
Slime's
van,
desk.
the van.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One. And you used the studio van to do it. What? Recall your testimony?
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, Wright.
No.
Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van.
Yeah? Slime's desk.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Of course he was. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. I mean, she could have also asked her mafia guys. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Slime's desk. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win. Cool. 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 Very cool. So what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that. I'm not going to repeat myself.
Sam's desk. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? I like this.
Who can say?
What?
Are you sure I did it? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only but mere possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgy Boy isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now?
I don't think it matters what you pick.
No further questions. Testify again. You did it, Vasquez. Slams desk. Miss Vasquez, you did it.
That wasn't a question.
Did you do it?
No.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict.
You think so? What do I do now? Again!
Okay, then it does matter what you pick. The second one then.
Testify again. Slams desk. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Knowing to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Slams desk. Damn. Damn, she's good. Also, that I like that because it made me think of the actual gameplay. Because if you ask this, you actually do ask the same questions and get the same answers.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Oh, I liked Miss Vasquez. I liked voicing her. Yes! Yes, edgy boy.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor.
I see.
I didn't. I see. Very well.
Yes! Now.
Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again.
Yes, edgy boy, on my side now. Together.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Sure.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself.
But I see a point.
What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Everything.
Well, yes,
Say everything, edgy boy. Everything.
Indeed, verily I say, ergo... I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
Perfect.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Yes. Nick? Why did Edgeworth? Who knows? I don't know.
Me?
He's edgy.
Oh, you cut out. I
Oh.
was scared.
Sorry. He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that,
Edgeworth has changed.
He is changing.
oh, I like him more and more with every second.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I'm so into the story that I don't talk anymore. That's fine, Shaku. We are into it too.
Yeah, same.
It's really good.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of
Did
her,
you
Nick.
just did you
What?
just pronounce tough like dough?
Yeah, and then I corrected myself.
Dough?
Right. Shush! It's not funny.
It is quite funny.
I was with Sal and the old bag secretary when we found the body. That, I think, should be correct? The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Sure. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbeck was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. Oh,
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
no, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second! I thought you came to Studio 1 for the rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Yes!
Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness' last statement.
Yes? Huh?
Think!
Yes, AG boy, yes!
Right, you stupid idiot! Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too!
Don't you see what that means, you dumb motherfucker? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Exactly, I was like, why is it not pointing that out?
Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation.
I will probably go to bed in 15 to 30 minutes because of work tomorrow. That's fine, Sharky. Don't worry
That's
about
alright,
it.
Sharky.
Totally fine. Get your rest. You need it.
However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor.
Well, I mean...
I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here.
Yes! Slams desk.
Now, Miss Vasquez.
Ad? What ad did you get, Sharky? Was it another deodorant?
Do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgy is helping me!
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
About a car crash. Jesus Christ, Sharky. What kind of ad?
Jesus Christ.
Dude. And not dying by being stressed while driving? What that mean? What does what mean? Specify. I don't want to drive anymore. Aw, don't worry, Shanky. You won't die in a car crash. I'm sure you're a great driver.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
Wait, did you not notice?
Wait, let me think.
Read the statement she just said again.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes. You
What?
still don't get it?
No, I don't.
She knew that Hammer was injured.
Ah. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her. Here. Her ear. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
I miss Mia.
Okay, can you present something?
I was with not here. Your sister was there too. Wait. I was with Sal and the old lady secret lady when we found the body. Yes. Our sister was there too. Only Powers was absent. Yes. I immediately called the police. Then Powers shut up. Okay. The secret lady old lady was quite about. Yes. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
I need to present something. Who is dragging his leg in this photo?
Alright. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? Slams desk.
No, that's...
I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending.
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Fuck, I confused the names!
Oh.
Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. I fear nothing, but this Twitch ad, it scared me. Oh, don't worry, Sharky. You'll be fine. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Slams desk again. Miss Vasquez. You saw him.
Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella.
You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but... was it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Stop confusing me with the names! Ugh. Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. Yes, because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers because Mr. Powers was actually injured, so Mr. Hammer pretended to be injured. Jesus. And, sorry. And when was he doing this?
Well... it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. And went to Studio 2, where he was murdered!
Exactly, edgy boy, slams desk. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. Slams desk. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order! I will have order! Witness!
Slams desk.
Can you refute this claim?
I want my Diva ad back. I liked it. Oh. Maybe it'll come back. Who knows? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Uh-oh. Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in
Does
the
he wanna
world?
go to jail?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive.
Hmm.
Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Can I prove she had a motive?
I don't want to tell you what happened because I want you to figure it out yourself.
Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence that Miss Vasquez, that as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this, right? Okay. I'll do it. This is my proof. This is... Oh, sorry.
This is the photo from before?
Slams desk. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez?